Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video, I'm going to share with you guys this project. For my past few videos, I have been using this majestic stamp set matching die cast that create too many different kind of project. So just a quick review. Those are the few of the project that I have created. The same stamp set matching die cut and it turned out something completely different. Which one is your favorite? Okay, so today we are going to work in one more project and we are going to move on to the other set. Okay, we are going to use the moon background stamp and then we are going to use the waterfall. So this moon stamp is a shadow stamp. The shadow stamp you can see the stamp itself have a is kind of reverse image. And then for my past few videos, I actually when I was using this stamp, I had a little bit hard time and I can't get a perfect image. And then I found what's the reason, and I am going to share with you my tips, and then you can avoid the same problem that I went through. So the same a same stamp with a different kind of technique, it turned out something totally different. This is exactly the same stamp, but you're probably wondering how come this one, the moon or the sun, you can say, is a little smaller than this one. What did I do? That's today's video. I'm going to share with you some great tips to create a project like that. So that's started. So before we start today's project, there is option. You, if you have a sun stamp like a moon stamp, background stamp, you can do that. If you don't have it, you can still doing the same thing just by masking it with a circle masking. So it's kind of same idea, but I'm going to share with you. You can do either way; they will work just fine. So today's project, I actually combine two stamps. Sometimes I combine two stamps, like I combine the sky with the tree to sky stamps before. I combine the waterfall with the sky before. That's the fun part of the rubber stamping, right? Use what you have and create something totally different. So today's video, I am going to combine the moon with the waterfall. And then because the moon stamp is a reverse image and haven't used for a while, and I'm having a hard time, I'm going to explain to you. Okay, so we are going to use the moon background stamp, and we are going to just use this inexpensive cardstock. Is a recollection cardstock from Michaels. Is £100, and I usually will put one extra sheet under, kind of just raise up my my paper, so that way I will get a better image. So this background stamp, you can see because it's a reverse image, right? And then when you want to stamp on the paper, especially on the glossy cardstock, it's like you are painting your car. You need to do it in the like a dust-free area, but who have those dust-free boots, right? And then because they are so sensitive, even a little bit dust sitting on your paper or on your stamp, you won't be able to get a nice stamp image. So when I was creating this project, I did a few of the pre-stamp, and I'm having so much hard time. You can see here, I can't get a smooth stamp image. And then I take a look at my stamp. I say, the stamp is okay. How come I can't get a nice stamp image? And I realized something wrong with the stamp. And it probably happened to you too. So you had better give a try if you are having hard time to stamping your solid image on the cardstock. On the glossy cardstock is a little bit challenging, so I usually will avoid to use like a shadow stamp, because any dust it will just show on your glossy paper. But on the regular cardstock, if everything goes smoothly, you should be able to get a very smooth coverage. Okay. So because I haven't used this stamp for a while, and I found out the stamp is become a little bit harder. So the rubber stamp is a great quality tool. They will last for a long time. But if you don't use it for a while, their performance will be they won't be like 100% to do their performance. So here is what you're going to do. First of all, use your stamp. The used stamp is always ink better than the brand new stamp. And remember, before when you buy the brand new stamp, you probably have to pre-stamp a few times to be able to get a good image. Okay. If you find out your stamp doesn't stamp well, ink well, here's something you're going to do. You are going to use eraser. You are going to just erase the whole stamp. Okay. And then, I don't know anything about the clear stamp, but if you want to give it a try, you can give it a try because I don't really have a clear stamp, so I can't tell you it will work or it won't work. So this is just for the rubber stamp. Rubber stamp is a piece of rubber. Actually, when we create a stamp, I actually have a video to share with you guys how a rubber stamp is born. If you like to get more information, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and just type in how a rubber stamp, like a local king rubber stamp online video, and then type in how a stamp be born, and then you can, it's very interesting. Create a rubber stamp, actually you have to bake with 375 Fahrenheit. So they are actually pretty strong. They are really stubborn rubber. So it's hard to damage your stamp. Okay, so first of all, I am using my eraser. It doesn't have to be these one fish. Any stamp will work just fine. And then you are going to have these. These is just buy from the dollar store. And then you are actually going to sanding the surface. Okay, and please don't do this on the clear stamp because it's going to leave a mark. This is I'm only talking about the rubber stamp. So that's give a nice sanding. Don't try to use a piece of paper and then sanding like that because you are only have the fingerprint size to do that. We want to have you can use the stamp block. They will work well. So I'm kind of just sanding here. Okay, that's it. And then now we are going to coloring. We are going to do, you can choose, you want to have like a night view or like a sunset view. So this is the one I am working on it. So just different kind of color, but the principle is the same. So I am going to have my sunset color, and as usual, you always start with a light color first. If it's not enough, we add a little darker color. So we are going to use the yellow color first, and then after I sand it, you will find out they are printed, you can print much better. Okay, so I'm going to ink this stamp. After you sand it, you actually will find out your ink is ink much better. They will pick up the ink much better. Before I do that, and then when I apply the color on top, you can see the rubber, the ink is kind of beaded. It doesn't really have this smooth coverage. Okay, but after you eraser and with that little sanding, it does help a lot. Okay, so because I want to create a kind of like a sunset, you can call it moon or you can call it sun. I don't want to have this pattern so clear. So what I'm going to do is I use one of my magic mushroom. This is just a moisture magic mushroom. I kind of just pick up those ink which is setting on the circle area. So you pick up the color and do a little bit. Okay, just use the tapping, and then you know those wrong shape magic mushrooms are awesome because when you pick up the color, it's not like a wedges. They will show that wedge side. So these magic mushrooms, when you tap harder, it actually pick up more color. So and then we are going to stamp. So I'm going to just do this. You will have to have use a smooth cardstock, and then look how easily to print like this. Okay, now we are going to slowly add a little bit orange in the sunset color now. So I'm going to do again. So this time, I'm only have to do like a 2/3, and then we use the same magic mushroom. We kind of blending the bottom part a little bit because we're going to stamping our ocean there, right? And then for the center part, I'm going to pick up some color as usual. You pick up some and then you brush with your wet cloth. Okay, and then now I am going to actually start to add a little bit orange color. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit orange color and I just refill this impact. So probably a little bit too wet. Okay, so I'm kind of just tapping, pick up the magic mushroom, or what you can do is you can just do this partially, and then we are going to use our magic mushroom to kind of blending that color. Tap tap. We don't want to see those marks. Okay, after you're blending it again, you're going to brush, clean the tip, and then you're kind of going to pick up the ink which is on the circle because we don't want that jump too much. We don't want to show those length, length or the texture. You know what I mean. Okay, let's try again. So rubbing eraser with eraser on the surface and the sanding on the surface definitely help to get a much better printing image. You are going to need a stamp positioner. If you don't have it, you can use we have a video, it's a video 43, how to use a CD case to create a stamp positioner. Watch that one. Okay, and now I am going to add a little bit red. So I'm going to use my red ink, and this time I'm kind of just brushing directly on the rubber stamp. And then we're going to do that. So we just repeat few times. There you go. Don't worry about the bottom part. The bottom part, we're going to stamping with the water, right? So you don't have to worry about that. And then if we want to have more, we're going to pick up a little bit more red, and then we're going to just kind of brushing. On top, and then I want to have a little bit purple too. Okay, when you use the darker color, you're going to be a little bit careful, gentle. We don't want it too much. And then after you do that, remember, use the one clean magic mushroom to pick up the center one. Because the center one, see this one, I forgot to clean it. It's kind of showing, but I'm going to just use one moisture magic mushroom to pick up those center colors. Do that. There you go. Okay, and then next, so I'm going to clean my stamp. Okay, if you find out the color is still a little bit too thin, what you're going to do is now you can go back to do the yellow color. Make sure you color everywhere, and then use one of the clean magic mushroom, pick up the center part again. We are going to just seal it with one more coat of yellow. Watch carefully, and we are going to do one more time, and then you will see the coverage of the colors are much better. So let's do that. There you go. Okay, so next, you can see because I using one of the clean magic mushroom, kind of remove the center of those color, the texture, right? The circle shape is kind of disappear. So what I'm going to do that? So what I'm going to do is I have a circle. So I use my acetate and I actually cut a circle, and I'm going to just use this circle as my masking. You can use just a piece of regular cardstock. They will work. They will work too. So now I am going to use orange or use the red color. I am going to do this. So you using the magnet holding your circle, but a little bit careful. We are going to kind of start from center, kind of brush a little bit color. The most important part is we are going to try to avoid the stroke, the mark. So we're going to use gentle. See how smooth those color is from inside out, not outside in. Okay, inside out. Make this moon is kind of like a growing. Okay, gentle, gentle, gentle. And then you can move your magnet to the other location and slowly. Don't worry about the bottom part. The bottom part, because we are going to use some darker color. If you want to, you can do that too. But I'm going to just very, very, please pay attention. Inside out. One direction, one direction, one direction. Don't try to do that, because this way you won't be able to hide your stroke. Okay, one direction, one direction. Brush, 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 brush. Okay, and then we are not going to touch or masking yet. We're going to pick out the color again, and then this time we are doing one direction, right to the left, left to the right, or right to the left. We just want to add a little bit texture, slowly build up. A little bit on the right to the left, left to the right, and then now right to the left. Be careful, don't accidentally pick up that masking. Okay, move your magnet left to the right again. One direction, very, very important. You want to have a smooth finish, one direction, gentle. Okay. Maybe put one more, this one will help. Okay, and now we are going to add a little bit red color. So I'm going to use my red magic mushroom and I use it the side. Kind of just pick a little bit on the side, okay. Always start from your scrap paper. Like this. Okay, now we are going to move our masking. Okay, and then now we are going to just slowly kind of brush, borrow a little bit color. Maybe the red is a little bit too much. We're going to try to do a little bit yellow, start with the orange, just kind of brush it. Otherwise, like one white moon there is kind of, or sun is kind of weird. Usually the sun we cannot see all the texture because it's too hot. Usually it's just like a yellow bowl or something, yellow circle. Okay, so now do these. Okay, just a little bit. Always when you brush the color, start from your scrap paper. I think that's good enough. What do you think? Okay, I'm gonna trim it. Okay, so that's what it look like the sunset color. Now we are going to add some water, the waterfall. So I have this waterfall stamp and I am going to use dark purple. This is a grape crush. Okay, so I'm going to just ink my stamp like this. Okay. And then we are going to, okay, so I just found out first, you just kind of take a look, say, okay, where you want to around like here, 1/3, right? And then this is how I stamp. I just want to make sure, first of all, I want to make sure my card is horizontal with my stamp like this, okay? And, or you can stamp that. I'm just, I don't know, I just find out stamp this way, you get a better image. Okay, go a second. Okay, let's take a look. Voila! Okay, wait, there is more. Just make sure your water is horizontal, okay? And then now we are going to use our Magic Marshall. If you like to have like a very clear horizontal, which actually I think that's good enough. I think that's good. I like to have a, like a here is maybe a little bit fog, but here is just that horizontal looking. Okay, but I found that this yellow part is a little bit too strong, so I'm going to use my magic mushroom, and then I'm kind of just softening there a little bit. And be careful, we don't want to have a fingerprint. Okay, so just gentle rub, make it a little bit softer. Remember your magic mushroom, they are too dry, they don't blend. They are too wet, they don't blend. So you just have to make sure they are moisture, but not too wet. Okay. I think that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay, and then if you want to, here is what you would do. If you want to just add a little bit. So I just use this eyeshadow applicator, just same thing, one direction, slowly kind of brush a little bit. Make it like a little bit cloud. I think this card will be perfect if you want to put a sailing boat right there. Ooh, I think that will be so pretty, right? So my sample card, I put the eagle, and then if we want to take a look closely, you see they have some kind of shimmering color. So I just use my paintbrush to kind of touch out a little bit those metallic paint. So you decide what do you want. If you want to put the eagle on top, I think that will work very well. If you want to have a sailing boat, I think the sailing boat will work perfect on top. Original design, this moon, the bottom have some tree, right? So in today's video, I just want to share with you guys, you can hide those tree. So here you still have a little bit shadow here. If you don't like it, when you in your stamp, just use your magic mushroom, kind of remove the color here. So I think that's a pretty awesome background. It doesn't really take me too much time to do it, but the most important thing is how you can make your stamp to be alive again, because I actually had some trouble try to stamp image. So that's pretty much about it. That's how I use the same stamp and then make a little bit smaller image. So you can just use that circle to masking it, make your sun or moon a little bit smaller, or like this one, you use a darker color. I just use a circle punch to not circle, the die cut to punch and lefting out. So this is like a moon and this is like a sun, but it is the same stamp. Okay, so that's today's video. Again, I am using this majestic stamp set and merchandise set. I have created a lot of different kind of card. By the end of this video, I will post all the card. You can still take a look and take a look. If you like to see the video, just make sure you go to Local King's YouTube channel or online video library. Click the card you like, it will bring you to the YouTube channel. I have more than 360 YouTube video ready to view, and then you probably realize that this channel have no commercial, and I really hoping and wishing if you guys can give a thumb up or click that share button or leave me a comment, even just a few words, let me know, Lisa, I enjoy this video. Lisa, you make me laugh. So that will be very, it's like a courage for me to continue creating more video for you guys. So that's everything for today. And remember, November 25th, we are going to have an awesome Black Friday sales. We have 2 more sales in this year. One is going to be the Black Friday, and the other one will be our Boxing Day. By the time you're watching this video, I'm probably in Japan. So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will keep all the new video keep coming, and I hope you enjoy it. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.